What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Albert, and in this channel I am documenting my progress and process of selling Tesla puts in an attempt to make several $1,000s each month. As you can see, today was a bad day. Tesla fell, I don't know, 5-6% today, and you can see my puts got hit accordingly. But hey, if I don't show you the red days, then the green days aren't as fun. The good news is, well, there isn't really great news, but the good news is, I guess, all my puts are still technically under the strike price is under the stock price, so I'm not super worried about getting assigned right now. There's a 970 put here I have for December. That's about 2.5 weeks out that I am under. I'm not super concerned about getting assigned. Just for fun fact, only like 7% of all options get assigned. What that means is when you get assigned, that means they force you to buy those stocks at that price. So what I have done in the last several weeks is I have been tapering down on the puts I'm selling, so I'm pretty comfortable here where I'm at. I can hold through this. I did sell one extra put, which I said I wasn't going to do last week, is this 920 put. And yeah, I shouldn't have sold it. I just got down like 40% already. And yeah, so I'm going to stop doing that soon, hopefully. So that's a mistake. Otherwise, I feel like it's going to be fine. I'm going to hold through it, and everything will be fine eventually. If it doesn't go well, then I'm gonna start rolling, and you'll hear about me next week. You'll hear from me next week. Okay, so all right, so that's that. Things aren't going well right now, but these things swing. It could just change tomorrow. Not a big deal. But on a larger scale, on a higher note, Tesla is doing very well in my opinion. A lot of good things are gonna come out this year, I believe. I think this year is gonna be a great year for Tesla. If you don't know, I do hold a lot of shares. That's kind of like my main investment in Tesla. So I want to go over a couple things just off the top of my head. Some things that I think are going to go well. Number one is that they're opening up this year. They're going to start producing cars out of Giga Berlin and Giga Texas, right? So that's going to be two other factories that start producing cars, which is crazy because that's almost double the factories, right? That are producing cars. Obviously not going to be as fast as like Shanghai, for example, but they'll ramp up pretty quickly. They're also expanding Shanghai, so there's going to be, I think they said the run rate out of that Shanghai will be about 700,000 cars per year just out of Shanghai. So that's going to be nuts. And Elon's going to stop selling shares soon, and that's going to affect the price a little bit. But I'm not super concerned about that on a kind of more of a macro level. Another thing that's coming out this year that's going to be huge, and I don't think a lot of people are talking about it enough, is going to be the 4680 battery. And I'll try to dumb this down as much as possible, not because I'm trying to dumb it down for you, but just because I have a pretty dumb understanding of it. Is basically the reason why Tesla has been very successful in the way they are producing electric vehicles, according to Cathie Woods, is that they have ridden down the cost curve of laptop batteries, right? Because we've been producing laptop batteries for all these different, cell phones, for all these different devices over the last 2 decades, that the prices of batteries have gone down, right? So Tesla was able to use this battery to run an electric vehicle, where all the other manufacturers are like, yo, that's impossible, and they're laughed at them, but they're able to do it, right? And that's why Tesla's able to produce cars at such a low cost. What's happening now is they're iterating on that battery, right? So now there's a tabless design, and as far as I understand, you look at the batteries like a top and a bottom, right? And so there's tabs. So there's like there's a lot of effort that goes into manufacturing this battery, adding the tabs on, and because science, there's like loss of energy or whatever, right? So they're producing this tabless battery. It's a lot bigger. They're able to make a much bigger battery, so there's less casing, right? And they're able to, the way they design it, they're able to not lose any sort of thermal energy or whatever because it's bigger. So basically, what's happening is they're able to produce more battery power for less space. At the same time, there's less stuff that go into this battery, so they're able to manufacture for much cheaper. And at the same time, because it's much easier to manufacture, they can now manufacture it at the same place where they're manufacturing their cars, right? Before they're like getting all the materials, they're shipping it to like Fremont, manufacturing batteries there, and then shipping it out, to where other factories. So now it's a lot more efficient. So just like as it become more and more efficient, they're going to be able to ride that cost curve down. Whereas all the other manufacturers selling their cars at a loss, you know, their EVs at a loss. Like Tesla's already making like 30% gross margin, right? Imagine what's going to happen when they're able to reduce their battery cost by this much. Is considering battery costs are the most expensive part of a car, right? With this battery, they're going to be able to start launching the $25,000 car, and at that point, they're going to just no other cars are going to sell, right? If they can sell a car for $25,000 and make a profit, no other cars are going to sell. Not even no one's going to buy a gas car, right? Okay, so yeah, so summarize it. This week terrible, or today terrible for my puts, but not a big deal. In the grand scheme of things, Tesla's going to be killing it next year. So yeah, good video. Talk to you next week.